In life, we all encounter problems, some small, some large, right? But it's crucial to remember that avoiding problems never makes them disappear. In fact, the longer we run from them, the bigger and more intimidating they become. The story we're sharing today will illustrate a powerful lesson. To overcome our fears, we need courage, and to solve our problems, we must confront them with the right mindset. Deep within a lush forest, surrounded by rolling green hills, there was a large, comfortable cave. This was the home of a kind-hearted rabbit, loved by all the other animals for his willingness to help anyone in need. One bright morning, the rabbit ventured out in search of food. He was tired of eating the same old leaves every day and dreamed of finding a delicious carrot, his absolute favorite treat. Finding a carrot in this part of the forest was nearly impossible, but on this particular day, fortune smiled upon him. Suddenly, he spotted one, bright and orange, nestled among the green. Overjoyed, the rabbit carefully picked up the carrot and decided to take it back to his cave, where he could enjoy it in peace. But on his way home, disaster struck. Lost in his happy thoughts, he slipped on the damp ground near the river. He managed to save himself by grabbing onto a tree root at the last second, but the precious carrot fell from his grasp, tumbled into the water, and was swept away under a deep waterfall. Heartbroken and exhausted from the ordeal, the rabbit trudged back towards his cave. However, as he reached the entrance, a wave of fear washed over him. Something felt wrong. With a shaky voice, he called out, "Who has entered my cave?" There was no reply. Gathering all his courage, he shouted again, louder this time. Suddenly, a thunderous, booming voice echoed from the darkness within. "I am the one who breaks a rhino's bones and crushes an elephant into dust." The rabbit trembled from his ears to his tail. How can a small creature like me possibly face such a terrifying monster? He thought, his heart pounding. Just then, a sleek wolf happened to be passing by. The rabbit pleaded with him for help. Brimming with confidence, the wolf stepped forward and snarled towards the cave. But when he heard the same terrifying voice boom out, he froze in his tracks, his courage vanishing instantly, and he turned and ran away. Next, a mighty tiger arrived. Even his powerful roar was no match for the echoing voice from the cave. Terrified, the tiger fled without a second thought. Soon after, a proud and furious rhino appeared. But a single, bone-chilling warning from the cave sent him into a panic, and he too ran for his life. Even the elephant, the strongest animal in the forest, heard the voice and fled in absolute fear. All hope seemed completely lost. At that moment of despair, a small frog hopped forward. "Shall I help you?" he asked in a calm, steady voice. The rabbit looked at the tiny frog with doubt, but the frog simply smiled and said, "It doesn't matter if you believe in me or not. I will still try." The frog boldly approached the cave entrance and shouted, "Who is inside? Come out and face me." This time, something inside the cave trembled. Slowly, very slowly, a figure began to creep out into the light. To everyone's utter astonishment, it was just a tiny, harmless caterpillar. The unique acoustics of the cave had amplified its small voice, making it sound like thunder. All the animals who had gathered to watch burst into laughter. They couldn't believe that such a minuscule creature had managed to create such immense fear. Friends, this story teaches us 3 very important lessons. First, small problems should never be ignored or put off, because they have the potential to grow into much bigger ones. Second, true courage, not physical size or strength, is what we need to solve our biggest problems, just as the little frog demonstrated. And third, running away from our troubles never leads to a solution. Remember these lessons. Face your problems early. Face them bravely, because fear only holds power over you until the moment you decide to confront it. If you enjoyed this story and found its message helpful, please like the video and share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you again.